It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Thunder and the Heat. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Caden Drake starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're going to get a chance to look at a good veteran pitcher here. This guy's been around the block a few times, but one of the things he does, he still competes at a high level, and he's never stopped trying to learn how to be a good pitcher.
Andy Miller will come on defensively now as he takes over at second.
Andy Miller.
Stepping into the box, Brian Cannon, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For the Thunder, the second baseman, Brian Cannon.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan Dero, we take a look at our home nine as they take the field here today. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty V, what we're seeing there as a team, Dero, they're starting to put the gas pedal down right now. They're starting to get some length in this division.
Yeah, this team's playing well. They're playing with confidence. You can tell guys are walking to the plate with a swagger. Their pitchers are taking them out and executing pitches down and away. This is a good ball club.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. So striding forward now, Adrian Esparza. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
1-1. Hit down the line at first. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
That is good. Scott Franchise.
Ready now, Scott Franchise, one of the better hitters in the game this year, currently 7th in the National League batting race.
What a powerhouse season, in the top 10 in home runs and runs batted in. He's also one of the most feared hitters in all of baseball.
Here comes the first pitch.
Yeah.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Hit out towards second. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Antoine Fong gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Into the box, Craig Ortiz. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lofted in the air out toward right center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
So now to the plate, Nate Lacy. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Dan Dero, as we take a look at our visiting club as they take the field in this scoreless ball game. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And that'll get over the wall for a ground rule double, and that'll keep runners at second and third now with still nobody out.
Off the bat, it looked like that might bring their first run of the game across. But those hopes ended quickly when it hopped over the wall. Everyone gets 2 bases on a ground rule double, so the runner from first is forced to stay at third, and the next guy is going to have to be the one to put them on the board.
From the belt, the pitch. Ortiz on third. Lacy stands at second. No outs. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early in the inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Andy Miller, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First offering on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Gotta believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Popped up. Lopez moving to his left, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
That is good. The right fielder, Willie Cole.
Set to get his day started, Willie Cole, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch of the at-bat. And look out as that gets him. So that's going to bring home a run. Digging in, Robinson Rodriguez. He went deep in the contest last night. First pitch on its way. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at 2. The second for 1, and nearly a double play. It was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Standing in, Ben Cornelius, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. As a look, now the pitch.
Ball.
These guys hitting aren't in first place by accident. They excel at getting out to early leads, so this is a big moment in this game. If they're able to lengthen this lead any more in this inning, they're going to be in really good shape to come away with a win today.
Two and 0.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Slider finds the zone for a strike.
Well, he's in a bit of hot water in this first inning, but if he can start throwing his slider effectively like that, he has a lot better chance of settling into this game.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there, pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks and that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Stepping up to the plate, Brett Richter. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Looking to minimize the damage here. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. 2 out, bases loaded. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
1 strike.
Ball 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Three and 1. Here it is.
A strike away now from getting out of this mess. Sometimes pitching is all about minimizing, right? So keeping it to 2 runs across in the inning would be huge.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. 1 inning in the books here. Venus is out in front, 2-0. So digging in now, A.J. Valido looking to stay hot. He's coming off a 5-hit performance in last night's contest.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Hit back up the middle, fielded cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the catcher, Mike Hayes.
Digging in, Mike Hayes. First pitch coming, here it is. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 18 for him on the campaign. As they cut the lead in half, it's 2-1 now.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run. Into the box now, Michael Lopez. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The average sits at 286 here to start play. 7 homers and 23 driven in. Rolled slowly down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting seventh, the shortstop, Hal Hale.
Digging in now, Hal Hale. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0. It's a breaking ball that misses off the plate.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
All even now, 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now here's a shot out toward the gap in right center. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
At the plate now, Andrew Arellano, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But not before they're able to at least get one back on the solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Venus is on top here, 2-1. Last half of the second set to go, and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Caden Drake. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a ball, 1-0. Now here it comes.
Hey.
No contact there, and it's 1-2.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Coming to the plate now, Craig Ortiz. He reached on a single in his first try. Pitch on the way.
Ball one.
And that misses for ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
And that swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2. Popped him up. Lopez has a play. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nate Lacy.
At the plate, Nate Lacy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, I got to really commend this pitcher right here. Was able to regroup in between innings. Something happened in the dugout because he's on point coming out for the second.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
This one's down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Antoine Fong, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Number 1.
First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. A ball and a strike.
Down 1-1.
1-1.
Ball, that's it.
Sent back up the middle, and that is through into center. A base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, that's a win-win right there. Solid AB by the pitcher after battling, making this pitcher work and executing and getting a result. Job well done.
Standing in now, Brian Cannon, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He was a strikeout victim to open up the ball game. The 1-0 home.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3. And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Now at the plate, Adrian Esparza, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way.
This is where, as a hitter, you need to slow your thinking. You know he's trying to get you a double play ball right here. You have to control the strike zone.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And the pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
The right fielder, number 16, Scott Franchise.
Into the box now, Scott Franchise, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
That's what's called getting the treatment. Everyone knows he's a power threat with the bat, so it's all about not letting him be the guy that beats you.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A.J. Valido comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mike Hayes. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. In there, strike 1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
He's set. The 0-1. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And they will still manage to get him at first. A spectacular all-around play, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Kyle Staples. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Yeah, guys, well, maybe that's going to wake him up a little bit. Maybe he needed some extra motivation to square one up and get out of the slump he's been in.
Lays off 1-0.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
That evens it up 1-1. Staples is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. Left center, base hit. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Well, it's always daunting to know that you've got to deal with the 3, 4, 5 hitters to start out an inning, but even more so when the 3 hitter starts it out with a double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
In now, Andy Miller, as the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 1-0. Runner breaks for third. Pitch inside the throw. And an offline throw, but he gets the tag down, and he is out at third. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Now here's the pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The batter, the right fielder, Willie.
Digging in to try it again, Willie Cole. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop to second for 1. And the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Coming to the plate now, Robinson Rodriguez. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. First things first, here's a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. From the belt, the pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. 2 out with the man at first. Now a throw over, and the runner back safely. Set with the 0-1, and I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Bouncer up the middle, reined in. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. plate, Michael Lopez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
He's got it. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
The bat, the shortstop, Al Hale.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Hal Hale. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Look out, 2-0 now.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
The 2-0 on the way. Loud contact there, but it's well fouled. Now the 2-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Into the box, Andrew Arellano, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Strike taken. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. One out and a runner on second base. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Runner at second here with one man out. Drilled down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Wow, you got to love this aggressive swing here. Gets the barrel of the bat out in front of the ball and just rips it down the left field line. Absolutely no play on that ball the second it left the bat. Nice job picking up the runner.
Stepping in now, Antoine Fong. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. The 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Hit to short. Scooped up. And there are 2 away now.
Now batter, second baseman, Brian Hannon.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Brian Hannon. Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off for ball 1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Richter is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the 4th coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to hit is the catcher, Ben Cornelius.
Cornelius.
First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Pops this one up. Lopez in foul ground, and no one will track it down. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. And the pitch. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Ready with another 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
So now to the plate, Brett Richter. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1.
Nope.
2-0.
2-0.
1 out, nobody on. 3-0 now.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
And the cutter can't find the zone as he surrenders the base on balls here.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
So striding in, Caden Drake. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. We played 4 full, and we are tied 2-2. Digging in, the switch hitter, Adrian Esparza, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
0-1.
Scorched to third. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now batting, right fielder, Scott Franchise.
Ready once again, Scott Franchise. First pitch on its way. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. This ball will be chopped foul. Bases are empty, one man out. And that misses. 2-1. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. He's around first, heading for two. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the outfielder hadn't gotten it back in right away.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one, going for extra bases off the bat. At the plate, A.J. Valido, as he'll go after a hard sinker that time and falls behind 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Into the box now, Mike Hayes, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Comes set, the 0-1. In the dirt here. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Men on third with 2 down. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Hey, I don't mind that take right there. That was a nasty breaking ball. Started outside the zone, popped back inside the zone. Good spin rate on it. Move on to the next pitch.
Hit on the ground is short. Right to him. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Craig Ortiz. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. swing and a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's their first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Nate Lacy. On its way is pitch number 75. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
At the plate now, Kyle Staples. High and deep to straightaway right. Right fielder looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 31 for him on the season. As they have taken the lead, it's now 3-2.
Well, this is what makes this guy so hard to pitch to. He has that rare combination of speed and power. You don't want to walk him and have him get on first base. So what happens, you throw him a strike, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark like he did just there.
To the plate now, Andy Miller. As we watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. Strike to even the count. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hit out towards second. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, the pitch count keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. This is another example of they're really making this guy work in this one.
Yeah, that's the grind right here. You put your hard hat on, you try and find a way to get into that bullpen.
In now, Willie Cole, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now a throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Here it comes, 1-0. Good pitch on the black. That was the sinker for a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive it a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. It's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. 5 innings complete. The Heat lead it 3-2. Leading off the inning, Michael Lopez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First delivery to him on the way.
Yep, that ball went out.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 1-1. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive, base hit to left field. So after the leadoff base hit, they'll have his wheels to contend with here.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
Skipper's out of the third base dugout on his way toward the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart with the lead and a chance to be the winner, but he is responsible for the tying run at first. Alec Tiffy is on now out of the bullpen as he'll make his 70th appearance so far this year. So now to the plate, Hal Hale, as he'll send a ground ball down to third. The second for one, on to first, and how about that? He comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play ball with one pitch.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Digging in and looking for more, Andrew Arellano. Here comes the first pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
Three twos are scored here in inning number 6. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. It's 1-2.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare. Almost unhittable. Nasty downward action. High 80s velocity.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Ready for another chance, Robinson Rodriguez.
Not shortstop, Robinson Rodriguez.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is on the ground over to first. Fielded cleanly, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, catcher, Ben Cornelius.
Digging in once again, Ben Cornelius. First pitch of the at-bat. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Good breaking ball right there. Good hard slider. The count now 0-2. He's getting deep into the outing, but his slider is still staying sharp. He doesn't look at all like he's starting to tire. He looks as good now as he did early on in the game.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. slapped hard the opposite way. Franchise is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brett Richter.
Stepping in, Brett Richter. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Two out, nobody on. High and deep to left center field. Left fielder looking up. To the track, to the wall. And that one is gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 5 on the year as they push the lead to 4-2.
This guy's hot right now. Hit a bomb yesterday and hit another tape measure shot today. When he gets hot, he hits them in bunches. This could be the beginning of one of those extended hot streaks.
Here comes the manager out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. 5 2/3 innings of work on his final ledger as he was not particularly sharp from the get-go here. Rico Sierra is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Sierra. Now
Bruce Lacey will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. And he takes ball 1. Lacey is 6'2" and bats left but throws right-handed. He was taken in the second round during the 2020 draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The bat, the third baseman, Fred Ortiz.
Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. Standing in now, Craig Ortiz. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0. And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit the other way out toward right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 6 full. The Heat are out in front, 4-2. Tony Krause is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Saul Worthington is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. The average for him at 267 on the year. 8 home runs and 36 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Ew, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brian Cannon. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
No balls and a strike to count. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
The 1-2.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
7th inning here at the ballpark. 4-2 our score. Here's one that misses inside, and the counts run full now. 3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be two? There's one on to first, and that's the very last thing they needed at this point in the ball game, as there are quickly 2 away now.
Now batting, the third baseman, Adrian Esparza.
Stepping into the box, Adrian Esparza. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. A ball that's carrying. And he gets there as he had a lot of ground to cover that time, and the side is retired. Jason Blake gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Nate Lacy.
Nate Lacy.
The pitch. The 1-0 home. Count now a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Oh, and he took a big swing at that one as this is driven out to deep left center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
So coming to the plate, Kyle Staples. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And this is swung on and missed. And boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Andy Miller. He singled his last time up. And that misses ball one. One out and a runner on second base. Knuckle curve stays high. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Hit hard to the right side. Foul. Now the 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike from the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Stepping in now, Willie Cole, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he falls behind 0-2. That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
That's a good but risky take there. On 0-2, some umpires have no problem ringing you up on a pitch that close.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. This one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Christian Reynolds has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Leading off the inning, Scott Franchise, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Reynolds, a 5'10" left-hander. This is his 16th season at the major league level, and obviously that alone reflects the incredible career he's put together.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career, and you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments. You don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
So here's the cleanup hitter, A.J. Valido. First offering on its way. The 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1-2.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. It's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
And the slider tails outside for ball one. 289 is the average coming in. 8 home runs and 29 driven in. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And this will be just what the manager ordered as he's off the bench with extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. At the plate now, Michael Lopez, as he'll fall behind here as he goes. After a fastball that might have been out of the zone at strike 1. Milton Otto will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1. And there's ball 2 now. Two and 2 the count. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Grounded to the right. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted. Milton Otto stays in the ballgame after pinch hitting as he'll take over at first base.
Milton Otto.
At the plate, Robinson Rodriguez. First pitch of the at-bat.
For Venus. Not shortstop, Robinson Rodriguez. Now
slow little grounder left side. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed. And indeed, they will elect to challenge the call. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will...
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Ben Cornelius is at the plate as he watches ball 1. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game. Into the box, Brett Richter. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Manny V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Arellano is there, 2 gone. Joseph Jansen will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Joseph Jansen.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. That's wide, 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. And now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now. And he misses again, ball 3.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And this is hit hard to the right side. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Craig Ortiz. He's 1 for 4 for the game. 2 out with the man at first. And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw. So 1 run here on 1 hit, which was the home run. No error. Martin Meyer comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Sliding in once again, Hal Hale. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's set and the pitch. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that one skips up over the wall for a ground rule double.
Hey, this is what every hitting coach teaches when you start playing baseball. Don't try to do more than you can. Hit the ball where it's pitched, and he does a great job right there as he pushes it down the line nicely, and it bounces over for a ground rule double.
In now, Andrew Arellano, and a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Runs up and gets this one down. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
He tried the surprise attack there with a bunt with a runner on base. Hey, he gets thrown out, but it works just as good as a sacrifice.
Tiny Ryan will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Hit out towards second. And it's in time to get him, but they do play to run on the play.
Good manufactured run right there. Lead off double, move him over with the ground ball, and just put the ball in play and let him come home. Make scoring runs look easier than it actually is.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is in the air to right. And this should do it. He's got it. And the Heat have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run. So it wasn't a flawless performance. In this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win. And he was.
5-3, the final score in this afternoon's game. Venus used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Hayden Drake Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Blazers and the Lightning. Richard Richardson tries to keep pace in the National League batting race. First pitch is next. Will Sweeney will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Stepping up to the plate, Leon Richardson. He will lead this one off today. Guys, you take a look at the home 9 as they enter play here this afternoon. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark to turn them around as they find themselves in the midst of a 5-game slide.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Outside 2-1. As usual, no surprise, 72 degrees, the game time temperature here inside Tropicana Field. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
The 3-1. To third. He's got it. And that's out number 1.
Batting second, the left fielder, Richardson.
Standing in, Richard Richardson. He's currently near the top of the batting average leaderboard, but he'll have to pick up the pace a little bit over the next several weeks if he wants to jump into that top spot.
Yeah, I don't want him to put pressure on himself right now, but he's got 2 months to get it done right here, to vault himself into that top spot. He has certainly had an amazing year up until this point.
The 1-0. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one, Mr. James Kingsley.
Hey, Dero, James Kingley's a pretty good umpire. He doesn't get too excited, keeps things under emotions. He's a pretty good ball and strike umpire.
Yeah, James Kingsley will never show you up, and he's always approachable.
Down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And with an average over the 300 mark in his last 10 games, he's showing no signs of slowing down as we begin winding down the regular season.
Yeah, with only a couple weeks left, this guy has given you months and months of production. Every time he strides to the plate, certainly looks confident and has been swinging a hot bat lately.
And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for the second out.
At third, the shortstop, Colt Snow.
Settling in now, Colt Snow. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. And though he's one of the league's best hitters to this point, the average has taken a dip over the last few series. He's sitting in the low 200s over his last 10 games.
Yeah, a lot of guys usually have peaks and valleys throughout the year. They grab about 4 slumps a year. He's only had 10 games where he hasn't swung the bat well, but he's picking the wrong time to do it. He has got to pick up the pace right now.
Ball 2.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
At the plate, Mad Dog Jackson. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. First offering on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Justin Johnson, the Alabama-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, this guy's been throwing the ball really well. He picked up his 10th win of the year in his last one, and he'd like nothing more than to make it 2 good ones in a row and pick up his win number 11 today.
Stepping into the box, Timmy Hinson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder, Timmy Hinson.
Now here it comes. Cut fastball in there for a called strike. Fellas, you take a look at these guys as they get onto the field for the bottom of the first here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, not an easy thing to do, D-Row, to get a sweep, a 3-game sweep on the road. They've won the first 2, looking to put a bow on this one here.
Yeah, to win 3 on the road, Dan, significantly difficult in today's game. You try and take care of business at home. This would be huge for this team.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. And while he's been one of the best at the plate all year, his recent numbers have brought him back down to earth a bit.
Yeah, he's running into the dog days right now, but over the last 10 games, he's almost at 300, and that's nothing to shake a stick at. Most guys would take that for an entire season. This guy has watched his average dip just a smidge over his last 10 games.
Striding into the box, Eric Piper, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. And while he's cultivated one of the league's best batting averages, the pace has slowed down ever so slightly in recent days. He's hitting under 300 over his last 10 games.
Yeah, the last 10 games he's certainly treading water right now, but if you can mix in that knock when you don't feel great at the plate, the track record says he's going to get hot again, and when he does, watch out.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Now the 3-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is the left fielder at the track, the wall, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 11 for him on the season. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
So now to the plate, Mo Cole, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. Comes into his first at-bat at 283. 27 homers and 85 driven in. One and one the count now. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Now the pitch. Skied into very shallow right. Eastman will come in a bit and put it away for the second out of the inning.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Mike Fortes.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mike Morton, is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Right side. He'll get to this one deep in the hole. Oh, but the feet of the pitcher is wild, and the inning will continue. And how about the recovery here as they get him at second base, so forget about the miscue there as the inning is over. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. We'll head to the top of the second. It's an early 1-0 lead. At the plate, Jake Madison. No balls and 1 strike. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 2 home runs and 15 RBIs. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Liner towards second. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
That is it. The first baseman, Nori Dizzy.
Into the box now, Nori Dizzy. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now the pitch. And with an average over 400 over his last few series, he's certainly making his case for the batting title here in August.
Yeah, and this is when you run down the competition. The dog days of August start creeping in. Sweltering heat out there, and you got to find a way to lock in. That's certainly what he's done over the last 10 games. Absolutely crushing the baseball.
A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Fouled off. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away. Mike Mendez will be next. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
To the plate now, Mike Mendez. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 delivery. Grounded slowly to the left side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Stepping up now, Seth Roberts. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. This is skied into short left center. Richardson comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Batting 6. The first baseman, Ryan Nichols.
Striding in, Ryan Nichols. First pitch of the at-bat. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Standing in now, Andrew Milton, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball right side. And that is through into right field for a single.
Batting 8. The right fielder, Ryan.
In now, Ryan Hinkle. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
He's set. Here it comes. 0-1 the count. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Well, the good news is this guy can really dial it up and let it fly. The bad news is sometimes he overthrows it and has absolutely no idea where it's going. He's in a little bit of a trouble, so we'll see if he can work his way out of this.
So here now's the pitcher, Will Sweeney. First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him out with a cutter, and he gets him to swing through it. 1 strike. Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself. And nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
Good waste pitch, 1-2. Milton over at second. Hinkle at first, 2 out in the inning. Here's a little chopper up the middle, reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Now in the box, J.D. Eastman. He's 2 for 10 in the series coming into today.
J.D. Eastman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. This one's flared off to the right side. Right fielder coming on. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
Stepping in now, Justin Johnson. Now a bunt attempt here. They'll just get the 1 out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
The center fielder, number 6, Leon Richardson.
Now at the plate, Leon Richardson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
1-0. A ball and no strikes. Swing and a liner. And a leaping try there, but he comes up a bit short as this is into left center, the base hit. And as you see right there, that'll push his hitting streak yet another game as he has been on fire this month. Plate now, Richardson. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He popped out in his first trip. The 1-0 home. First and second now, 1 man out. And this one's in the dirt. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. In the dirt here. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Count is 3-2.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Digging in, Colt Snow, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Comes set, now the pitch. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. And this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. 1 run is scored. To second now, but he's safe as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, he didn't walk a run in, so instead he makes the cardinal mistake of putting it right in the heart of the plate. And when you do that, you're going to pay the price, and that's exactly what happens with a 2 RBI double.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
From the stretch, Jake Madison is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. In his career, Madison hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
Here's the 1-1. This is on the ground over the first. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Portland is out in front here, 2-1. Bottom of the third now, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Timmy Hinson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. On the barehanded attempt, gets by him here, and that ought to go as a bunt single.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Eric Piper.
Now a move over to first, and he's back easily. So now to the plate, Eric Piper. Oh, forget about this one. Baba Booey. Gone! So a 2-run shot to left center, his second of the game. As they have taken the lead, it's now 3-2.
Well, teams have absolutely been teeing off on him the last couple of games. He gave up 3 bombs last time out, and he's already given up 2 here in the early going. You want your pitchers to be consistent, but not consistently bad.
In now, Mo Cole. Ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
No outs, nobody on. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And he finally gets this one over for strike 1.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Swing, and this is also hit well. Out to deep center. Gone! Back-to-back homers. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 28 on the season, as they push the lead to 4-2.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter.
To the plate now, Mike Morton. Fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. He was cut down at second, attempting to stretch a base hit his first time through. Now the 1-0 is taken, strike 1. 3 runs already home here. A ball and 2 strikes.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out. So stepping in, Seth Roberts. He flew out in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that 2-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Strike taken up in the zone. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. This is popped up. Dizzy is there. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, the first baseman, Ryan Nichols.
Now at the plate, Ryan Nichols. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
And this is why he's struggling right here. He's not able to pound the strike zone early in the count. These guys are finding themselves in serious count leverage situations, and good hitters aren't going to miss.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball. Here now the 2-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Now back, left fielder, Andrew Milton.
Standing in now, Andrew Milton, as he'll take a look at ball one. A base hit in his first trip. And looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Hit softly on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 3 innings complete. Nashville leads this one 4-2. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Nori Dizzy.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
1-1. Here it comes. And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Sinker, 3-2 now. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. This is on the ground over to first. Scooped up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, third baseman, Mike Mendez.
Stepping in, Mike Mendez. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Mendez has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And the pitch. We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. Gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another full count pitch home. Another one sent foul. Another full count pitch home. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
So striding forward now, J.D. Eastman. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Ground ball foul down the left side. Runners on first with one down. Grounder down the line at third, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. The 2-2 one more time.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
He stays alive, still 2-2. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Hit back up the middle. He's got it. And that's the second out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Justin Johnson.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Justin Johnson, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swinging a ground ball to third. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Ryan Hinkle.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve. 1-2. The pitch. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And he got him.
The pitcher, number 55.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Will Sweeney. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away. Wind-up and the 0-2 pitch. Ball 1 as that one didn't really threaten the inside corner.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Center fielder, number 9.
Now batting, Timmy Henson. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up, and he'll lunge out of the crouch to put this one away. Good reactions there, and the inning is over. So after the 3 spot last time around, he's able to bounce back and hang a 0 here. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. The Lightning are out in front here, 4-2. All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And next it'll be the outfielder, Leon Richardson. Here comes the first pitch.
1-0.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Now batting, the left fielder, Richardson.
Stepping in now, Richardson, as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Nothing fires me up more than watching an offensive player stay inside a baseball and drive it the other way.
Into the box, Colt Snow, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. First and second here with nobody out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. From the stretch. Full count, 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
it's fouled away. The next 3-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Now time called here as the manager pops out of the first base dugout, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, not enough to qualify for the victory, as his bullpen will have to go a long way to hang on to the lead. Brad Morrison is on out of the bullpen now as he gets to work in his 60th game of the season. Plate now, Mad Dog Jackson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The 1-0. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
In now, Jake Madison, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. And he fouls this one off. Swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Wow, talk about frustrating. Not what you want to do with the bases loaded. A simple pop-up, and nothing productive comes out of that.
Ready now, Nori Dizzy, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Oh, this is in the air to left center field and deep. Can they run this one down? I don't think so. It's going to land beyond him for extra bases. It's cut off. So all 3 runners are in to score.
Some guys just rise to the occasion when the lights are the brightest, and he's definitely in that category. He's been a clutch hitter all year, and here's another in a long line of clutch ABs.
Yeah, and that adds 3 more ribbies to his already impressive total. Into the box now, Mike Mendez, as he lifts it in the air to right field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Blazers are out on top 5-4. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and stepping up is the shortstop, Eric Piper.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball, didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
0-1, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Fastball just inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Got him.
I'll tell you, he's showing no signs of tiring right now. Still looks razor sharp from what I can tell, so I think he might last a while longer if he can keep this up.
Standing in now, Mo Cole. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 0-1 delivery. And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Hits are even at 7 apiece. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and this one is gone. A home run. Solo shot here to left, his 2nd home run of the game, as we are all tied at 5. Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is crazy. 4th round trip of the game so far. They're missing over the hardwood plate, not using the quick. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happened.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
1 out, nobody on. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
We know he's probably still thinking about that game-tying home run he just gave up, but I'm going to give him credit for not showing that it's bothering him. When you come back and strike out the next guy, it shows you've still got your head in the right place.
At the plate, Seth Roberts. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. The 1-0. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. But the throw will be well late. So a good play, but it's all for naught, as that'll be an infield single.
You know, D-Row, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end.
And now they've got him in a rundown, and they swipe the tag on him, and the inning is over. But a run scores in the inning, and that'll have to be good enough as this solo home run knocks things up. We're through 5 here this afternoon, all even at 5 apiece. Into the box, J.D. Eason, a hit in 2 tries so far.
J.D. Eastman.
First pitch of the at-bat. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
The 1-0 home.
Oh, up there.
Now ball two. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
2-0 count. The pitch.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
The 3-1. 3-2 full count. Now the payoff pitch home. Fielded cleanly, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Francisco Barreto will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Francisco Barreto.
Out in front of it, strike one. The average sitting right at 270 on the year. 9 homers and 33 driven in. Fouled off. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The 1-2. Fouled away. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 6, Leon Richardson.
Digging in, Leon Richardson. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. And the pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. And he won't take any chances on that one as this is scooped away in foul territory for the first strike. The 1-1 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. James Ray enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Ray.
Ready for another shot now, Ryan Nichols.
For Nashville, the first baseman, Ryan Nichols.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Now the 0-1. High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. And he makes the catch in the corner.
The left fielder, number 24, Andrew Milton.
Standing in, Andrew Milton. First pitch on its way. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. Oh, 2 pitches, a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
You always want to see the curve break a lot, but this one breaks a little bit too much. Comes all the way across the plate and nicks the batter.
So digging in now, Ryan Hinkle. Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Wesley Ray will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game. Now, the problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now. Timmy Henson would be next if they can keep this inning alive. A runner on first with 2 away. Curveball right on the black, taken for a strike.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hit. Your first move is to bail a little bit and kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. There's the good fastball, and he can't catch up. 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And he lays off, ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Digging in now, Timmy Hinson. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Ready with the 0-1.
Got a ball, 1 strike.
And it's fouled away. 2 down, runners at first and second. A little low. It's 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Two and two. Here it is.
Wow, these guys are really grinding out their at-bats in this one. They're not making any outs easy to get, and that, of course, is having a huge impact on the pitch count.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
When a guy's been swinging the bat as well as he has in this series, you definitely want to take the bat out of his hands. A free pass to first is better than what he's been doing the last couple of games.
Eric Piper will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh, that's out.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
There's certain pitches throughout the game that decide whether you win or lose it. This is certainly one of the bigger moments right here.
The 2-0 pitch. Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Bases are loaded here. 2 down. And he finally gets a sinker over here for a called strike 1.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too, and here he is again still with the bases loaded.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. So a run on no hits, and they wind up leaving the bases loaded. 7th inning coming up. Nashville is out in front, 6-5. Roger Shipp is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Roger Shipp.
Leading off the inning, Richard Richardson, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by one. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Here's a pop-up now, and no one will get this one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Colt Snow. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Again, another foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
So now to the plate, Mad Dog Jackson, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join for the traditional 7th stretch.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Mike Morton.
Mike Morton.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hard hit at third. And there's a base hit, so a chance for some insurance here to start out the home half of the 7th.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Well, D-Roll, that looked like it had extra bases written all over. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
In now, Seth Roberts, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, no one really likes getting plunked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
Miguel Santana will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Ryan Nichols will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Scooped up. One there. On to first. A double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Hold the right string that time, Skip.
Digging in, Andrew Milton, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Lifted in the air to center. Richardson is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ryan Thigpen will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Royce Phillips will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jake Madison. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. Fork ball misses, 1-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-1 home.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Won't go after the 2-1 sinker, and it's 3 balls and a strike now.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you got to find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
And into center field, a base hit, so early trouble here to start the 8th inning.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this morning.
Into the box now, Nori Dizzy. Right side, but it's well foul. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, on the ground to first. Can this be 2? The second for 1. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but 1 ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the third baseman, Mike Mendez. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch.
Nope. That goes back.
2 out, nobody on. Set up away, but he misses with a slur ball for ball 2. This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. He was in a position to wait for his pitch on 2-0, and he got it to keep the inning hot.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
Standing in now, J.D. Eastman, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Line drive to center field. Hinson will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. At the plate, Ryan Hinkle.
Leading off for Nashville, the right fielder, Ryan.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope. Ball 1.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Santana benefits from the fact that he throws a lot of strikes, doesn't walk many batters. However, there have been occasions where he's been hit around a bit.
And that's one of the keys when you're managing a guy like this. If he's on, you're going to see him attack hitters, and when he's not, he's more prone to giving up base hits, so you have to have the bullpen ready if it's one of those days that he doesn't have it.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Well, this has been a bullpen game for some time now, but let's go back and review the performances of the 2 starters, neither of whom turned in an outing to remember. Set to get his day started, Royce Phillips, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Richardson is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 9, Timmy Hinson.
Now at the plate, Timmy Hinson. First pitch on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
Hit sharply on the ground. Right to him. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 9th inning coming up. Nashville is on top here, 6-5. Clark Levy comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Alejandro Rosa will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 6 home runs, and the RBI count at 35. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Levy, a 6'4" right-hander. He's a 15-year Major League vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Rosas is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and, of course, the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot. The 3-1 pitch. And this pitch is swung on and hit routinely on the ground to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Coming to the plate now, Leon Richardson. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Just low that time with the heavy sinker as it's ruled ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Center fielder on the run, and this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he's safe.
Now that's the at-bat they needed. Bases empty, 1 out, down 1 in the ninth. He's got to find a way, any way to get on base, and he does more than that, getting into scoring position here. We've got a great finish on our hands, guys.
To the plate now, Richardson, and he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. A 1 pitch on its way. Hit hard down the line, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. In the dirt here. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. From the stretch.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a good sinker now, but it misses. 3-2.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. It is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Colt Snow. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Oh, that's out.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw on to first is in time to get him, and the Lightning have ended their 5-game losing streak as the ball game is over.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games. But they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
A one-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Lightning get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Brad Morrison earns the victory, his 11th in relief this year. Clark Levy wraps it up for the save, number 36 on the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the visitors, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.